I want to talk about the rebound stroke. The rebound stroke sometimes is referred to as the free stroke. It's where we throw the stick and we allow it to rebound back to where we started. So I throw down, I think down, and I allow the stick to rebound. I don't pull up. The way we do that is a function of how we hold the stick. Now there's multiple ways to grip a stick, obviously. You can have match grip, you can have conventional grip. There's variations to match grip in terms of whether I hold the stick forward in the fingers or further back on the fingers. I'm going to talk about the grip basically between the index finger and the flat part of the thumb, sometimes referred to as the forward fulcrum. And basically what I allow the stick to do is just pivot from there. These three fingers, the back three fingers, just support the stick. So when the stick is moving, the fingers are being pushed away. I'm totally relaxed. I'm not gripping the stick tightly. In fact, I'm holding the stick as loose as I can hold it without losing control of it. So that takes a while to get used to because doesn't seem to be a lot of control when you first learn how to do it. The other factor is I need space right here between the fingers. So if I put my stick in there, for example, you can see that there's plenty of motion. So if I close that position down, I tend to overhold the stick. And the more pressure I put on the stick, the less it wants to rebound. So it's a very natural approach. Another way to think about this is think about the analogy of throwing a ball. When you throw a ball, the ball bounces. If I want to keep the ball in motion, I keep pushing the ball down and it keeps rebounding. Well, basically think of the stick as a ball, and as I throw it, it rebounds. Now, I can also use this grip to control my dynamics. So if I start my stroke from what we call the full stroke position, I'm going to get the loudest sound, right? As I start getting closer to the pad, it's getting softer and softer until I'm down here, where it's softest. Now, the whole idea between the lowest to the highest position is the technique doesn't change. I still throw the stick down and allow it to rebound. So even when I'm in this position we call low stroke, I'm still doing the same thing. I'm holding the stick loosely, I'm allowing the stick to pivot, and the stick is returning to me. Okay, very important concept. Now this takes a while to get used to. It seems like an easy concept in theory, but sometimes it's harder than it looks. So if you start from the full stroke position, you're basically parallel to the wall in front of you. Okay, you don't want to go way back here. You want to just be straight up parallel to the wall. So if I start from here, my elbows are relaxed, my sticks are up. I throw the stick, and the stick rebounds. And I just stop my wrist from turning so I don't get this notion. This is wasted effort. If I bring the stick all the way back, then I have to reconnect. So I don't want to go back here. I want to stop the stick right here. Now, one of the simplest exercises you can practice is what we call 8 on a hand. And basically it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Switch, and so forth. Now, the other objective to really get the feel of this is that when you're throwing it from the full stroke position, throw it with a lot of velocity. Throw it basically as hard as you can throw it, and get the feel of that stick flying back in your hand. So it's like an explosion. It hits the surface and it flies back up. And the more you do that, the more you'll get the feel of that rebound stroke. Okay? So it takes a while. The other thing you can also do is play this exercise in unison. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's a very simple approach to developing the rebound stroke. And what we'll do later is we'll talk about another technique you can use for practicing the rebound stroke.